Pardon me, would you have any Grey Poupon? But of course. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Dirty Curty Customs. You can probably tell by now that I picked up a 1968 or 67 Lincoln Continental that's been off the road for 29-ish, close to 30 years, maybe more. I don't know. And I also know nothing about Lincoln Continentals. So this is going to be fun. Let's check this thing out. Now you're probably saying, Dirty Curty, why don't you finish up some of the other projects you got around here? And you know, that makes sense, but sometimes when you're working on these projects, you get frustrated, you get tired, you get bored. So you got to jump over and do something else. For two, are we counting? 1, 2. These projects cost a lot of money. Sometimes you got to buy something and try to make some money. And for 3, this car was a pretty good deal. So I had to pick it up. Had to do it. No, I didn't have to do it. But you know, the rattle can paint job just caught my eye. A guy thought, I can just rattle can it again and sell it to someone else. So let's look this thing over and see what we've got ourselves into this time. So when you're looking at this car from about 50 feet away, it doesn't look that bad, but when you get in close, you see that the paint is terrible. It's also not a good color for a Lincoln. It needs some body work. Not so much here or here, but right here.
Not here or here so much, but right here.
It's not good. We got hubcaps though. Those are nice. New floor pans, welded in by Ray Charles himself. It looks like I welded them in, honestly, so I'm not too mad about it. No rust. Oh, we got a shop manual. We got more hubcaps. It looks like we have 73,482 miles. Probably 173,000. Yeah, I don't know. The back seat is just as rough as the front seat. Now, when I say 68 or 67, I'm not really sure. It's got things that a 67 would have, but the title says 1968. Let me show you. I don't know if you guys can see that, but the title says 1968. But in 1968, they got rid of the hood ornaments, and this one kind of still has one. The tail end also could be 67 styling. I'm not sure. Here's the license plate. 96. That would be 29 years. The VIN on the title appears to match. And this motor is not a 460, it's a 462, which I guess could have came in earlier 68s. I just don't know. Did we get bamboozled? Looks like the trunk's pretty solid. Yeah, we got trim, kick panels, some more pieces, rear view mirror, seat belt. Not bad at all. Ooh, this looks new. Gas tank could be good. We'll give her the old sniff test. Ooh, 1994 maybe. Yeah. All right, I think we'll pull this off. Looks like we do have an aluminum radiator. Somebody's done some work on this thing. So maybe it has ran recently, but it has not been on the road. I know that because the brakes are shot. Or they don't work. They're froze up. This thing was a bear to get off the trailer. Whew. All right, here we go. What do we got? A carburetor maybe, or an auto light? Not sure. Now all you really need to make these old cars run is fuel, air, spark, and compression. We should be able to get fuel through the carbonatator. We might have to give the points the Dirty Curty tickle, and we have to pray that this motor has compression. Whew. Oh, the battery box is non-existent. I guess there is some rust. Yeah, it's gone. All right, let's see. Positive ground. This is a nice battery cable. We also still have the plastic bag for the windshield washer fluid. Maybe. Ford Steel Me Junction. Alright, ooh. Yeah, we might need to throw something in there. Fuel line's already disconnected. That's good. We got some fuel in the fuel filter. Also good. Looks pretty nasty. Not good. Let's test for spark. Alrighty. Oh, I see a spark. Go a little more. Oh yeah. Alright, let's check the oil. Whoa. Is that way over full? Is there water in that? Smells like oil. Oh, yeah, we're good. Looks pretty clean. No transmission dipstick. We might have one though. Porting always pays off. This should be a C6 transmission. Ooh, got fluid in it too. All right, let's see. Is this gonna work?
We need to do the power washing video.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's so close. Ooh, it's got fluid. Way too much fluid. Oh, there we go. It went in. Yes. That works. Alrighty, give her a shot. That was just way too easy. Oh, that fuel pump works too. It's leaking fuel. One more time. Not bad, not bad. Let's hook up the fuel pump. All right, so we're gonna trust that whoever put this electric fuel pump on did a good job, and we also just threw 5 gallons in the original tank. Hopefully that's good, even though this looks pretty nasty. We're gonna try it. Go ahead, E. Let that pump some fuel with the key on. Doesn't look like it's pumping very good. That fuel pump might be dead. We might have to throw another one on it. Try that. Whoa. She popping, baby. She popping. Whew. Oh, there it goes. Now she's pumping. Maybe. Looks like we're getting air bubbles in it. Let me see if it's leaking somewhere. There it goes. Oh, there it goes. All right, try it now. She's primed. Ugh. Scared me. Come on, stay alive. Oh, she's spitting gas. Not good. The choke is on. Try it now, E. Maybe pump it a few times. We got some clatter. Build oil pressure, baby, build oil. Rebuilding, rebuilding. Will it idle? She idling? Not bad. Try to turn it up a little. That's a weird throttle. Yeah, we'll just let it idle for a little bit. Never did check the antifreeze. Yeah, I see green. Huh. Got some clatter, huh? I got the perfect fix for that. Where's the oil cap? Fords, man. Oh, right here.
I just supposed to put wires on that manifold. Okay.
I don't know, go look.
It looks like it's
think so?
There's nothing to protect them. There's a heat shield, but that heat shield is getting hot.
Ah, that'll be fine, E. What is this? Some kind of breather? headlights are on. The headlights weren't on, were they? No. Eli made a good discovery. This was melting on the exhaust. Fixed. Well, I put almost 5 gallons in the gas gauge. It doesn't look like it works. All we got is a seatbelt light on. I wonder what these other ones are. I'm guessing maybe oil pressure and temp. Door. What's that button do? Does the radio work? No. Probably no speakers. This is pretty cool. The radio and the heater controls look the same. This must be temp control. High. I don't hear anything. I just noticed this. Look at these hold downs on this intake. This is like an air gap style intake, and there's definitely a bunch of mouse house underneath there. There's definitely mouse house for sure. Oh yeah, there's a ton in there. Mouse house galore. It was running, and we definitely had some kind of noise and a miss. So we're gonna pull the plugs, maybe do a compression test, maybe pull a valve cover next. All right, passenger side out. These are fairly new plugs, Motorcraft plugs, so I mean they're the right ones. This is definitely anti-seize someone put on here. This plug right here looks a little wetter than the rest. But we're gonna do a compression test. All right, we got all the plugs pulled. Forward, weird firing order. This is the passenger side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So hit it E. Good. Ooh, getting a lot of spam. Good. Cylinder number 3. Cylinder number 4. Cylinder number 6. Cylinder number 7. Good. Cylinder number 8. Good. All right, so pretty consistent in between, you know, 130 and 150. Lowest one was number 2, 122. If you can't tell, this is an engine. This is the front distributor. Yeah, pretty consistent, no smoking gun. We're gonna pull the valve covers off now, see what we find. Okay, we got the driver's side off. Everything seems kosher over here. No smoking gun there. Sean showed up. Everybody wants to see the Lincoln. All right, let's see. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Oh. Ooh, I see. We got a bent push rod. Wait, this one too? Wait, I thought there was 2. Oh, I broke that exhaust thing off. Great, now we got exhaust leak. Okay, that's our issue right there. Push rod. Shouldn't do that. Alright, we're going to pull the rocker shaft assembly off. Rocker arm shaft assembly. There we go. Well, there's our issue. Bent push rods. Now, the question is, what caused this? Flat cam, stuck valve? Probably stuck valve or Got hydro-locked or something. Someone started it up and boom, valves are stuck or something. Sitting 29 years. So we got this old 390 FE engine. No idea if the push rods are the same, but we're gonna pull a valve cover and find out. Be the same length. Oh, we're gonna have to clean out the insides of these. Did these oil through the middle?
Oh, look, that's bent there.
Oh, there's a bent one, yeah. So maybe this motor wasn't good. Just take them all out and we'll pick the best one.
Yeah.
Let's get the other side too. Our used push rods are half an inch, quarter inch shorter. So we're gonna have to order some new ones. We're gonna try to straighten these. And missed. Do we need to vise it, Eli? Do we need to hold it? Need something else to hold it? Boom. Ooh, a little bit wear.
It's still
Right
pretty
there.
perfect.
It's getting close though. It doesn't have to be perfect. Let me see. Let me see. Well, we straightened them out with a hammer. Got Eli the hand model here. And we're gonna try to put them back in. All right, straighten out push rods in. Let's see what happens. Go ahead, E. Oh yeah, we're working now. Looks good. It's working as it should. They're running on all cylinders. I don't see a whole lot of oil getting up there though. Oh, now we're starting to get some. Should do an oil change on this thing next. Yeah, it's full. It looks pretty clean too. And I dumped a bunch of marble. See, those are supposed to spin. That one's not really spinning. Oh yeah, it is. These all should spin. That one's spinning a lot more. Like that one's barely spinning. We're gonna let it idle for a little bit, build up some more oil pressure, and then I think before we rev it, we'll change the oil. It's definitely quieter though, you don't hear it. Yeah, it's way quieter. You don't hear the ticking noise anymore. Oh yeah, way better. You getting more oil over there now? She's running on all cylinders now, baby. Sweet. Need to turn the idle down. It's running on all cylinders now. Heck yeah, a little bit of tuning. Get the brakes. Oh, look at that fuel filter rolling inside there. Change the fuel filter. Heck yeah, dude. She's a runner. Hey guys, it's a new day. Back on the Lincoln. We ran out of daylight last night, so we're gonna get the oil changed today, and then we're gonna look at the brakes, see if we can get the brakes freed up, maybe take this thing for a drive. The lid on this master cylinder looks pretty new. I don't know, but huh? No, it's disc in the front. Oh, dude, it's got new fluid in it, too. Oh, the brake pedals froze up, though. Weird. I don't think the booster would be bad, would it? The brake pedal's definitely stiff. Actually, it's kind of moving now. You see anything happening?
I can hear a little bit of like air, but the whole car's shaking a little bit.
I mean, it's kind of moving. Sean got the wheel pulled off. This caliper looks fairly newish, but it doesn't spin. Not good. Brake pads don't look new. I'm gonna try to get this thing turning. You holding it?
Yeah.
We got nice clean fluid coming out of it.
Yeah, it went down to the, not quite to the floor, but it went down.
Really? Well, I don't even think these need bled. We just need to get this spin. I hope it's not the wheel bearings. I'm gonna grab a pry bar. It's spinning. Maybe we just had to relieve some pressure, guys. Okay, Eli, hit the brakes. Yeah, they work. Let up. Heck yeah. Let's just do that on the other side. Over your ear. Oh, wheel's kind of... Fellas, you ain't got to tighten these things down as tight as you can get them.
They go right where all your spider gears go.
Holy cow.
Pull your spider gears out, they go through it. Turn around the quarter, which is much easier on your axle, gears, everything, because it's not having that side pressure. And then when you give it gas, it locks it back in, and then you walk it out.
Don't forget to oil your seal on your new one. We're going with the good old tried and true wicks. And usually you want to put the date or the miles on these things, but we got it documented on camera, so we don't care. If you buy this thing, just look back at the video. Today's date is like March 4th or 5th. And we already seen what the miles were. And that's tight enough. We got some hose clamps just hanging out down here. We're going with the Valvoline VR1 High Performance Race oil. No, it's just got good zinc in it. It's what we want in these old cars. Oh, I might need a funnel. Oh, spilling. I got it. Only spilt half. Oh no, it's coming up to the top. This is where the oil goes, right?
Looks like radiator to me, dog.
Nah, the fuel pump don't go into the radiator.
I'm joking.
What? You got in a fight? Really? With who? Now these old bad girls take like 6 quarts. We put 5 in it, so got to go with the Lucas because oil alone is not enough. This stuff's like maple syrup. Is this a quart? Is this 2 quarts? 1 quart. On account of our oil pressure wasn't the best, I want to run a little bit of this stuff. It's like rebuilding your engine. Things like brand new now. All right, I'm gonna throw these skinny white walls on because they're what I have for now. This car does need tires. Actually, I don't know. Anybody know? Ford 5x5 the same as GM? Looks like it. We're not even going to look at the wheel bearings because I just don't want to know. Torqued. We're going to dress up these inner fender wells a little bit. Got the fender a little. Look at that. Much better than the blue. All right, so the e-brake is stuck to the ground on this car. So we're gonna jack up the back, see if we can get the tires to spin. I don't know if the e-brake works or not. The e-brake pedal is stuck. Are we off? All right, I'm gonna spin it. See if we got posi. Here, watch that side, Sean. I'm gonna spin this towards the front.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's in park. Oh no, I put it in neutral. Which way did it spin?
It's wanting to spin backwards though.
It is?
It just barely.
Why is every car I buy one wheel peel? One tire fryer? Ugh. Well, good morning, everyone. It's day 3 here on the 67 or 8 Lincoln Continental. We've been getting late starts on this thing because of the rain, so we haven't had a whole lot of time the last couple days to work on this. But the weather is supposed to be nice and sunny all day today, so we're going to get an early start on this thing. Now, this Lincoln has really confused me. I don't know if it's a 67 or 68. The date code on the door says 29L, which means the 29th week, I believe, in 1967. The L is whatever plant it was made in. I think somewhere in Michigan, possibly. But another thing that's confused me is the plates say 96, but somebody's obviously done some work to this thing. I was fully expecting to have to go through all the brakes on this car and a lot of other things to get this thing on the road. But that's not the case, and I'll prove to you that I was expecting to do the brakes, that this isn't staged or anything, because I ordered all the brake parts before I even looked at this thing. See, I ordered a master cylinder off of Rock Auto, wheel cylinders for the rear. I got brake lines and stuff there in the house. I did order a transmission filter and pan gasket, a fuel pump. This is a lock for the trunk. So now I'm out like $100 something for all these brake parts that we don't even need. I guess they're just gonna go on the shelf. I don't know, maybe I'll send them back, but all this stuff showed up today. And what also showed up, we got some U-bolts and some lowering blocks. Now these lowering blocks, you have to get special blocks for a Lincoln, and as you can see, they have to be offset. So these are supposed to be 3-inch drop blocks. That's the biggest I could get. I wanted 4-inch, but this right here needs to be offset, because if you just put regular lowering blocks on a Lincoln, your drive shaft's gonna smash itself into the back of the transmission. So hopefully these are what I need to get this thing dropped, and then we'll probably just cut the front springs on this thing. So with all that said, let's get started. We're going to do the transmission first. That dipstick we threw in this thing is showing that it's way over full, so we got to drain some of that out of there. Might as well drain it all, throw a new filter and a gasket on this thing, fill it up with Type F fluid because it's a FERD, and then we'll work on lowering it and making it look cool. transmission pan looks like. Not good. That's the clutches inside the transmission. Not good. Only spilt a little bit. Sorry, Greta. Inside of the transmission looks pretty clean. That filter, on the other hand, all kinds of stuff in there. Yeah. Looks like our dipstick worked out pretty good, so this thing was way over full. That dipstick doesn't even go to the bottom. I just love being covered in transmission fluid first thing in the morning. Got some O'Reilly's brand Type F. Once again, not sponsored. I just like the stock. Now, are we going to spill everywhere? Don't spill, don't spill. I think it's time to start this thing up, see if it'll move. She's running pretty rough. Oh, we got reverse. Yes. Do we have drive? Yes. Yes. All right. I'll let this warm up a little. It moved. It felt like the back brakes were dragging or the e-brake was dragging, not sure. But it moved under its own power. This thing sounds pretty good. Brake lights are sticking on. Now that we know this thing moves, let's slam it. Alright, so I've knocked the U-bolts out. Got a gap here. These Lincolns have this rubber isolator in here. We're going to take the rubber isolator out so we can get a little more drop. We got our 1/2 inch offset, 3-inch drop blocks in, new U-bolts in. They slid right in. Just got to tighten them up. Now I'm only putting 15s back on this car, 15-inch steelies. But could you imagine what it looked like with 17s? What about with 22s? Personally, I like the 22s, but the 17s would look good too. Now y'all just got a sneak peek of what's coming with my two Buicks, the 55 and the 73. Yeah, I had to try it. Honestly, I don't hate it. What do you guys think? Comment down below. What wheels do you like best on this car? Well, while you guys decide what rims you like in the comment, I believe we got to pull this nut right here for the upper ball joint and possibly this little sway bar. And then we should be able to drop this down, get the coil out, cut it. Pro tip, don't buy Ford products. No. Make sure you take the shock out first and then just unbolt everything. Why? Why, Ford? Remember, always use your safety squints and always take off at least 2 coils. Boom shakalaka, she gonna be slammed. All right, passenger side's done. The spring still needs to settle. You might be saying, it's still too high. That spring's gonna settle more. It's gonna settle into its pocket. And we still got one more corner to do. So we're gonna repeat this process on the other side. Drop it, Sean. It's not even lower. Oh, it's really stiff though. All right, let's move this thing. Tires up a little bit. The Lincoln is looking much better. The front was harder than I thought it was going to be, but it looks really good. It's starting to get dark out, so we're going to have to take this thing for a drive tomorrow. Well, it's Thursday. Still haven't drove this thing. Today's the last day I have before I have to go back to work. So we got to get this thing on the road today. We got the lowering stuff done yesterday. Today, I want to put this fuel pump on. I ordered it. I might as well get rid of that crappy electric fuel pump. And we need to time this thing, do a little tuning, see if we can get it to run a little bit better. And then get this thing washed up and go take it for a drive. So this engine is part of Ford's MEL line of engines. And these were originally 430 cubic inch big blocks, and then in 1966 Ford decided to bore and stroke these things out to a 462, and you can only find the 462s in the Lincoln Continentals. This bad girl right here is supposed to be making around 340 horsepower and around 480 pound-feet of torque, but yeah, I don't think this one's making that. Also, these fuel pumps, even though they're at the top of the engine, they had some weird cover on it that was kind of a pain to get off. But we're getting it. Way to go again, Ford. New fuel pumps in. These fuel pumps have this weird bypass. The new fuel pump came with just some fittings to create the bypass. I guess that's for fuel pressure or something. I don't know. And I had to make a new line going here because the original filter was plugged. So I pulled this off that electric pump. So see what happens here now. Is it pumping? It's pumping, yes. Do we have any leaks? Yeah, that looks pretty clean too. More timing. I loosened the distributor, so I'm going to put a timing light on it and see what happens after it warms up. We got a leak. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it must be that return line that's leaking. Where are we leaking? Oh, yep. I don't know if you guys can see that. Leaking right, going into the return line. Alright, I'll try to tighten that up. No more fuel leak. Sweet. Now we can let this thing warm up. She's running a lot better now. Way better. I already moved the distributor a little bit, but I'm gonna throw a timing light on it. I was looking around. I think the timing mark is down here. I don't know if you guys can see that pointer down there. That pulley looks a little wobbly. See how she restarts. Oh yeah. Got her set to about 12 degrees initial, and it sounds amazing now. Throttle's sticking a little. That's all right. Time to give this thing a bath. I think it's time to take this thing for a danger ride. We lost the hubcap already, and the brakes are sticking and bad gas. But hey, she's on the road, she's shifting. Here, Shawnee. Back on the road. I'm not sure how many years it's been since this thing's been off the road, but it's driving, it's shifting. That's third gear. It actually running pretty good, but I noticed that fuel filter just from driving it around the yard was filling up with junk. So this tank is probably no good. And the brakes were sticking a little bit. I don't like that thud in the steering wheel either.
I keep waiting for it just to not turn.
Kick down. I'm afraid to floor it and suck all that junk into it.
Yeah.
And yeah, the steering is pretty wandery. And the windows don't work. Yikes. kicks down right away. This throttle is really touchy though.
That's shifting pretty smooth.
Oh, I don't want to hit the brakes too much. We got to turn around right here. Should be able to get it in one shot. There's first or second. Hey, the speedo works. Check this out. Speedometer's working. Pretty cool. Someone's driveway.
No, they're in the grass, bro.
That's fine. I don't want to have to reverse. Will it do a burnout? Cutting out a little. Oh yeah, we're sucking junk bad.
Yeah.
It's actually running pretty good if we had better gas. And the transmission shifts great.
You gotta drain that tank.
Yeah, but it probably just needs a new tank.
Maybe toss some seafoam or something in there.
When we were pulling out of the gravel road, some guy stopped and offered to trade me a 2011, Chevy Sierra or GMC Sierra? Is that what he said?
Oh, what's the smaller one? Sonoma?
Oh, Sonoma. Oh, I thought he was talking about a full-size truck.
I think it was.
Never mind, that's a trade down. But we got our first trade offer just driving it off my road. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, it said it was worth 15 grand.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
No way. I sold a full-size Chevy, like a 20. What was my truck? It was like a 2011 or something, for only like 11 grand. So there's no way a Sonoma's worth
I
that.
lied. It was the year was a 2015. Never mind.
Oh, 2015 Sonoma.
Yeah. No, I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, this thing is running good, but we're definitely sucking stuff into the carburetor, dirt and rust and stuff. We're still gonna see if it'll do a burnout. Holy cow, we had 2 tires spinning. That's rare for us. That's really rare for us.
I'm surprised that's not scraping.
I know.
That front is pretty low.
I never cut the U-bolts either.
Oh, really?
No. So they're pretty low, but I haven't heard them once.
When you were backing up, it looked like right on that back side of the front wheel, though. Just right on that front. I mean, it was
Real close.
Yeah, that was the lowest point there was. So,
It's low, but it's not like slammed like on a pavement low.
no, even if you
But it looks good.
drop the back end down 2 inches instead of raising the front up a little bit,
Yeah.
I think you'll still be fine.
All right, guys, what do you think? Should we sell this thing or should we do a trade-up challenge? Comment down below. If you have something to trade, comment down below. I was looking up like prices of these cars last night on Marketplace, and buckets that are worse than this that don't run and drive are going for like 10 grand, and we're into this car like 2,500 bucks now with all the parts, and I still want to get the front brake lines for it. It does need tires. These tires aren't the greatest, and the windows don't work, but all the lights work. The blinkers weren't working. The radio turns on too, but I don't have any 8-tracks to play. I think that's 8-track. Yeah, it is.
Yep.
And the blower motor for the heater isn't working. So comment down below, guys. What do you think this thing's worth? Also, we need to kick the dent out. I do want to try to wet sand the paint and see if we can smooth it out because it's kind of blotchy looking. But I don't know. We'll see. What do you think, Sean?
Trading up would be pretty fun.
Trade up challenge?
See what we could trade it for.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
Money talks.
That's right. I mean, selling it for money, then I could buy parts that I want to buy for the Buicks. And the Honda's going to need tires on the back soon. But I want to buy a big old huge cam and an intake and headers, and then like an X-pipe and an exhaust system I can build myself for the blue 55 Buick. And then turbo kit for the black Buick. Also, the Supra needs a turbo kit.
Summer's coming too.
Yeah, and the F250 Camper Special Crown Vic truck, it needs a bed and finished welding.
Gotta get that wheelies done.
The Jeep, I don't really need a whole lot of parts for that except for rear end parts. I have that spare rear end, but I want to cut the tub, the wheel wells, so I can actually fit in it with the seats, and then move the pedals over a little with heat. Just heat them up and bend the pedals a little bit.
Yeah.
And then that thing's pretty much ready to go for summer. Oh, and I need to put the new fuel pump in, but I already have that.
Fuel pump. You need to pull that rear end apart, look in there too.
Yeah. It moved. I literally drove it out of the spot and then drove it back down.
Yeah,
But I didn't. I had the tear tires with no air on it, so I can't tell if it's the rear end going like this or those tires. I need to just put the regular tires on it and drive it up the road.
Yeah, but I thought he said that he thought he blew out the ring and pinion or something.
I thought he said that it had a broken axle or something, but he could have been just talking about the whole rear end.
Yeah.
But when I drove it, it was perfectly fine. Like, I was doing burnouts and everything, and it was fine.
Yeah.
It's just when I tried to do a wheelie is when it went clicking and looked like it broke on the video.
Yeah, like instantly.
Yeah.
But you're gonna want that here real soon.
Yes. I mean, the last couple days would have been nice days to drive it.
Yeah. So the next month you'll be driving it all the time.
I wouldn't mind getting like a new carburetor for it too, because that Holly's kind of old.
Yeah. Possibilities are endless.
Yeah. That's gonna do it. We got the Lincoln back on the road after we don't know how many years. The license plate say 29 years. Maybe it was on the road sooner than that. But the thing definitely still needs work. New brake lines in the front, probably a new gas tank. I don't know. So comment down below. Would you do the trade-up challenge? Would you keep it? Would you sell it to get money for these other projects? Let me know. And if you want to see more content like this, check us out next time on Dirty Curty Customs.